All right, so trigonometry ratio. So when do we use trigonometric ratio? Yes, for right angle. Okay, good. So today's goal is to find measure of sides and angles in right triangle using trig ratios or SOHCAHTOA. So you guys have to get used to both names, right? Trig ratios, SOHCAHTOA, they mean the same thing. So recall, right triangles have a sum of all angles equal to capital letters, they're for angles. And then lowercase letters are for sides. And then if two sides are known, use Pythagorean theorem, which is? Good. But there's other versions of it. So if remember that in the right angle triangle, right, your hypotenuse is C. The other two are called A and B. It doesn't matter which one is which, right? If you know B and C, for example, and you're looking for A, what happens is it becomes A squared equals to C squared minus B squared. And then if you're looking for B, it will be C squared minus A squared. Okay, so these are the formulas that you need to know in case you have two sides in the right angle triangle and you're looking for the third. SOHCAHTOA stands for? Sine is? Opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine? Tan? Anyone doesn't know how to locate the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse? How do we locate them?
The hypotenuse is the longest part of the triangle.
Yeah.
The opposite side is the opposite side of the triangle.
So from the angle of focus, yeah. So let's say if this is my angle of focus, right? So hypotenuse is not going to change no matter what the angle of focus is. Where is the opposite to that angle of focus? That side. You need to be able to label this. And where is the adjacent? The bottom. The minute that we change the angle of focus, okay, so let's say if I have this triangle here, and then this is my angle of focus. So where's the hypotenuse first? The longest side. Where's the opposite? The bottom one. And then your adjacent is this. Okay? Are we okay with this? We need to know how to name this triangle. Excellent. So SOHCAHTOA can only use angles, and then make sure that your calculator is on degree mode. I've already told you, I think, I don't know. For this semester, you can't just come and grab the calculator from my drawer. You have to, it's a rental.
Who did it?
Okay, so here's the deal. No one broke it. It just I had two missing calculators from my previous semester. Not these ones, not the good ones. Anyway, so it's not Raphael. So if you want to borrow a calculator for the semester, you can take it home, but you have to give me $20 deposit, and then you can take it back at the end of the semester when you give me back the calculator in good conditions. Okay, I can give you back the $20. Okay, so make sure that your calculator is in degree mode to make sure that on the top it should say either D or DEG or nothing. right? So it should say D, DEG, or nothing. If it says like something like RAD or something else, just make sure you come and see me. Just write your name here. I'm just going to put, just write your name here. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Oh, Anita, can you please initial here for me? All right, so naming the sides, as we said, hypotenuse is always the longest side across the right angle. The adjacent side touches the angle of interest, and the opposite side is across the angle of interest. I told you, you might hear me say angle of interest or angle of focus. They mean exactly the same thing. Okay, now, when you're finding side measures, first thing you want to do is you want to label the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. That's always your first thing that you want to do. According to the angle of interest, then you're going to choose which trig ratio to use, given the side that you want and the side that you have. And then write the formula, substitute the values into the formula, solve with calculator, and round side length to the nearest tenth or to the nearest 1 decimal. I don't have to remind you of this every single time. Always you are to round your sides to 1 decimal place, unless the question otherwise specify otherwise. So here's an example. It's asking you to find the measure angle P